Katie, I know you had some bad news recently. I saw you talking on Slack about it. Please give us an update. What happened with the passport?
Yeah, so to catch everyone up, I discovered I lost my passport on July 4th. I had an international trip on July 7th.
Oh,
So I panicked first, is what I did. I
sure.
tore my house apart looking for this thing. I know I had it. My last trip was in May. I know I had it. And the kicker, this is 100% my fault. It was sitting on my desk. And I
You
tend to not put things away right
you
away.
found it?
No, no, I didn't find it.
Oh,
I was
okay.
saying before I lost it, it was sitting on my desk.
Okay, yeah.
And I looked at it and I thought, I should put that away in the special place where we keep our passports so it doesn't get lost.
Right? Okay.
And then I went on and did something else. So I cannot find it. My theory is that it somehow got knocked in the trash or like in a pile of papers that got moved around and then put somewhere weird or thrown away or something. I don't
Oh,
know. My husband and I looked everywhere, including places that it would have no business being in. So that was all day the 4th. Nothing was open. I had Googled, like, what do I do? And it turns out you can, in some situations, get a same day passport. So my plan was to call the number, try to get an appointment, try to make that happen on Monday. I was scheduled to leave on Tuesday morning. Well, there's not passport offices that do this just anywhere. So there was nowhere in Columbus. The closest one was Detroit. There were no appointments available.
ugh.
They said, well, we do have an appointment in Chicago on Monday morning. So I was like, okay, book it. I went online. I booked myself a flight to Chicago. I got up bright and early, flew to Chicago on Monday morning. I
Oh,
was actually feeling pretty good about myself. I had gotten over the
hmm.
just horror that I had lost my passport. And
Sure.
I was on the plane. I'm like, I'm making it happen. It's gonna be fine. I'm getting there. I'm taking care of my problem. And I take the subway into the city. It was perfect. So it's so easy to take that from O'Hare. The stop was right at the building. So I get out
Okay.
onto the street. I'm feeling good. And there's a huge line. And I'm like, well, surely that can't be where I'm going. So I get out my information and I'm double checking the address. And sure enough, that was where it is. And then I see
Mm.
everyone holding like the pile of papers that you need. And I'm like, crap. So it looked weird, like it wasn't moving. So I got in line and I sort of started talking to people, and they said they're not letting anyone in. So eventually, a security guard came by and just said, the system is down. Um, just hang tight. He came by a little bit later and told us the system was down nationwide. So we're all just like, okay, well, I guess we're all standing here. Like,
Okay. Oh, God.
so we end up, very long story short, I end up standing out on the sidewalk in Chicago outside of the passport office all day.
In July.
And the one thing I will say though, it had cooled down. It was like mid 70s and the line was in the shade. So, like,
Okay.
temperature wise, it was fine. Thank
Okay.
God. Because
Good.
had it been like the week before when it was 90, it would have been miserable. The thing that made me really mad was yes, I was very mad that I had to fly to Chicago to get this passport. But and I know sometimes outages can happen. The thing that really, really upset me though was there was zero communication from the passport office. Not one person from the passport office came and talked to the 200 people sitting outside on the sidewalk. The only information we ever got was from this one security guard who came out and was going down the line just saying like there's an outage, we don't know anything, hang tight. That was it. Later in the afternoon, a couple of us, because by this time we are all best friends, we've all talked all day. A couple of us went in and talked to one of the security guards right on the
Mhm.
inside of the building. And we said, the first guy had said, like, they'll come out and tell you something. And this guy's like, oh, yeah, they're not going to come out and tell you anything. And so we're like, okay, well, is there any chance it's going to be up and running today? And he said, well, he didn't think there was, but he didn't know. He didn't know if it would be up and running tomorrow. And he said, and by the way, even if it was up and running right now and you got in today, there was no way you'd get a same day passport because only the morning appointments get the same day passport. And by this time, it was almost 3 o'clock. The office closes at 4. I was like, excuse
Ugh.
me? So, like, obviously, at some point, people in the passport office knew that this was the case. And 95% of the people in this line are people that need same day or like they're traveling the next day or in 2 days. So it's
man.
not just regular, I need a passport in 6 months. They have 200 people ish in very, very dire situations for various reasons that need a passport. And they know at some point that day that that's not going to happen. And there was not a single word. Like, just the lack of common courtesy and respect was infuriating. By that time, we went and started telling everyone in the line, and the line had gotten a lot smaller. A lot of people had abandoned ship by this point. And I was like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do. So I turned around, went back to the airport, did a standby for the earlier flight, and came home. Obviously, I did not go on my trip. I had to cancel it. And, I'm working through all this. I'm kind of over it now. Like, it sucked. But I was going on a work trip that could be rescheduled. I was bringing my mom, so I was a little disappointed that it affected her as well. But there were a lot of people in that line that were going on big family trips or had, something happen kind of quick and they needed to get somewhere, with a lot of hotels that were not cancelable anymore, unreimbursable expenses. So as much as it sucked for me, like, I was probably in one of the better situations, even though I was flying the next day. And so that was really frustrating. So it was an annoying, frustrating experience. I ended up just coming back, and the next morning I went to my post office and did the submission by mail, expedited service. I told the guy, I said, I want any upgrade you can give me. Because he was like, well, there's a 2 to 3 day shipping and there's an overnight shipping. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't care what you charge me. Give me everything you can give me.
It's already cheaper from what you spent.
Yeah, because you can't get that same day appointment unless you have travel within 14 days. And by this time, I had canceled my trip. So I didn't have that. So I couldn't do the same day. So hopefully, they said 2 to 3 weeks. My next trip was 4 weeks from that day. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping by the time this publishes, I will have my passport in hand. So I'll put a note in the show notes just to let everyone know how long it did take. But it was frustrating. And I wish I had a lesson for everyone. Just put your passport away in the place where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was a frustrating experience. But it happens, I guess. It happens. I wasn't the only one.
You're not the only one.
I was talking to some other people in line, and a lot of people had the same. It was like, well, it was in my house.
Just
I don't know.
lost it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the solution is. It's like getting a passport cover with an Apple AirTag in it, and then it's like, do you have to do that with everything you own? I don't know.
Well, when I did that with my luggage, I lost the Apple Air. I lost connection to my AirTag. So
okay. So,
I don't have good.
We don't have an answer, folks.
With that. No, yeah, it's not going to work out well. So.
At least the weather in Chicago was good.